is Bernhard Kimbacher, and I was the on-set VFX Coordinator and then Compositor in the studio. Well, the VFX Coordinator was basically just assisting the VFX Supervisor on set with set measurements and getting the lens information and all that kind of more like technical stuff, so that he can really focus on supervising the shots. It's the connection point between 3D and the actual plate. So we take whatever 3D spits out, all the creatures and stuff, and combine it with the plate and kind of just mush it together and make it one, basically. So the last step of the process for us here. Growing up, computers kind of interested me, but initially more in like a computer science kind of way. And that's what I started studying in Vienna for 2 years. But then I met a friend who was a director in Austria, and he did this little project. And he just knew that I kind of know my way around computers, so he kind of asked me if I can help him out with some 3D stuff that he needed, which I, at that time, had no idea about. But I said yes anyways. So I did that for around a year, like just unpaid in my spare time, just helped him out at all. It was kind of weird at first because I had no idea what I was doing. But once I got into it, I pretty quickly left university and then started looking about how I can make this a career. And then at first I found a school in South Africa, in Cape Town, which I did for a year, which was kind of like that very basic kind of introduction to 3D and all that. And after doing that for 1 year, finishing that school, I went to VFS. I was kind of surprised actually to find out how many people were at VFS, like people that I've never met. And we started talking and they were like, yeah, I was in class 10 or 15 or whatever. So it was really cool, and having that many VFS grads, I mean, especially the ones that were like around my class, is kind of cool because you kind of know them and you just work together really close. So yeah, it really helped actually, it's pretty cool. I was hired here initially as a 3D previous guy, so I started off like that, getting a foot in the door kind of thing. It's not what I wanted to do, but you know, you get a job, you kind of take it. And so I did that for a year here, and then slowly like got over to 2D and more, and now I'm finally a compositor. My ultimate goal is definitely a VFX supervisor, and I think the way I got to be a compositor kind of is good in a way because I kind of went through previs and 3D, and then I went to like camera tracking and animation. So I had to kind of like work my way through the whole pipeline to get to be a compositor, which I guess is kind of good because now at least I'll have like a basic understanding of each kind of department. So I hope that helps me kind of achieve my goal of getting like, you know, into a lead position in compositing, then compositing supervisor, and then finally maybe one day VFX supervisor. Well, the coolest thing was definitely being on set. I mean, that was just Johannesburg, like something completely different. That was challenging in a way that I never was on set, so it was all kind of new, but at the same time super exciting, and I just learned a lot from the VFX supervisor. They weren't actual sets, they were actual like places. Like it wasn't built by the art department, but it was actually real. So a privilege to kind of see that and how it really is down there. So that was really cool. The other thing was just the workload. I mean, it was a massive amount of shots in a very short amount of time. For me, it was a full year of hard work, and to finally see it on the big screen and see that people actually enjoy the movie and say that the effects look real and everything, it just feels good, really. It really pays off, yeah.